Remember this? It was when Maccabi Tel Aviv visited Amsterdam to take on Ajax.
Amsterdam had been bracing for violence ahead of the match, but when it came, its scale and nature were shocking. The violence followed 36 hours of tension, much of it seemingly stoked by Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters. Police said some attacked a local taxi driver on Wednesday, damaging his vehicle, as well as ripping down and burning Palestinian flags. Yesterday, in the build-up to their match against Ajax, minor confrontations in Amsterdam's main square, then racist, anti-Arab chants as they made their way to the stadium. Maccabi's fan base has a history of racism. Fans filmed here beating a pro-Palestinian activist in March in Athens.
At one Maccabi match, a banner would read, "Israeli child worth more than Palestinian one." They said it.
Maccabi supporters wordt op het rokin een vlag van de gevel gehaald en ze vernielen een taxi. Op de Dam wordt de Palestijnse vlag in brand gestoken.
As for the violence that occurred in Amsterdam, we do have an update. Although 5 men were convicted by a Dutch court for their roles in the melee, and that is dated from AJ December of 2024. That number got updated to, I believe, 12 people, according to Fox News. A shocking report shows how many will likely never be held accountable. And surprisingly, from Fox News, they report the Public Prosecution Service would announce it dropped investigations into several Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters because the city's tram company, which is called GVB, had deleted footage that could have been used as evidence. The company replaced that recording equipment at 2 different metro stations in Amsterdam after the attacks, and the footage, as Fox says, is lost. Dutch News would put it quite differently. The Dutch Public Prosecution Department has halted 2 cases against Israeli nationals that were linked to last year's trouble before that Ajax Maccabi football match in November because crucial camera evidence, this is their reporting, has been wiped. That's via broadcaster NOS. Lost on the American side, wiped on the Dutch side. Which one is it? What happened? Furthermore, they write, NOS footage of 2 incidents in the metro were deleted. So again, is it lost? Is it wiped? Is it deleted? What happened? In the metro was deleted earlier than intended because some of the recording equipment had been replaced. That feels convenient. Footage is normally retained for a week. One of those cases was made via complaint by a woman who says she shouted "Free Palestine" at a group of Maccabi fans who were en route to the stadium. She says, in retaliation, they would spit on her, pull her hair, and strike her. Police did not detain or arrest any of them. The second case, as reported by Dutch News as well, concerns a woman who was sitting in the metro when fans of the club would target her and another woman for wearing headscarves. They told her, and I quote, "We will kill all of you," close quote. Thus, the department says the cases are being dropped because that vital camera evidence, it appears, is wiped. The cameras were replaced, but what was in place, those images, those recordings, inaccessible. A lawyer by the name of Adem Katbas, who was representing one of the women, along with a taxi driver who they say was assaulted, stated that it is, quote, remarkable, close quote, that the footage is gone. He would also question why it took so long to charge the taxi attacker when it was on camera and, in his words, clear as day. I'm flabbergasted by this. I am really taken aback. Because what this does, when you see these blatant attacks, and there were many on different sides from what I saw, much of it was instigated by the Maccabi fans by going into the city and trying to start fights and ripping down flags, ripping down posters, going after civilians. Bad. But even if it was scheduled maintenance, if it wasn't scheduled maintenance, what this does is lead to many to speculate that some in positions of power used what power they have to get rid of these tapes. This is a bad look for everybody. It does not, what people want when you see these atrocious acts of violence is accountability. They want people to be held accountable for doing something bad. All people want is righting a wrong in some form. Justice is key when there is an injustice. And for this to happen, it feels timely, and it feels like we are evading any sort of punishment for something that went really wrong. I don't know if this is on the part of the Dutch. I don't know if this is on the part of the state of Israel. I don't know. But it just looks bad all around. There was violence. People were being beaten on both sides. And when you're about to charge two people, the footage is just gone. It's a really troubling story, and we will keep tabs on it. But as of right now, everybody in the country on the police side and media side are really tight-lipped about this. And it leads to more questions than answers. That is for sure. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.